Hey, what's up, fellow YouTubers, fellow toy nuts and toy collectors? This is Starscream1988, and today I want to bring you a review on Diamond Selects, Marvel Comics, Marvel Selects, Barbarian Hulk. I know that was a mouthful. I just kind of want to make sure all the companies get their props. Yeah, this is really cool. Actually, the wife actually picked this up today, so I couldn't wait. I had to obviously show it to you. Now, what you see in front of you is actually issue 1 of the Marvel Comics The Incredible Hulk. This was before the new Indestructible Hulk book that just came out last month, part of the new Marvel Now titles. This was the book that was being worked on. Very cool storyline. It's actually very short, so it's easy to pick up. I'm hoping that they do a graphic novel. I do own all 15 issues, so I won't be picking that up, obviously. But it's very cool. Now, the cover is actually very misleading because that's not what he looks like inside the book when the book first starts. Obviously, art there is by, if you know your artists, or if you can read that far away, this is by my man, one of my favorites and my top 10 of all time, Mr. Mark Silvestri, one of the founding members of Image Comics, as we all know today. But yeah, so Mark Silvestri actually worked on this, I want to say, for the first 3 or 4 issues. And then obviously, you know, he's a slow artist, and so I know he's not capable of maintaining a long schedule. So I think he did the first 3 or 4, if that. But I actually want to show you where this came from. Obviously, this toy that you're going to be seeing, art is inspired, like I said, by Mark Silvestri. The story is actually written by Jason Aaron and inks by Sunny Go. Yeah, I guess it's Sunny Go. So yeah, again, typical Mark Silvestri art. And I mean, you definitely want to read it for yourself. Look at that. I mean, that is just gorgeous. Beautiful. But here's a better picture of his face right there, so you can kind of see what he was looking like. And actually, you know, I will give you the basis of what the story was about. And actually, he basically wanted out of Bruce Banner, so he made a deal with Dr. Doom to be separated, and it's just a big long storyline from there. So speaking of which, as I always start, obviously back of the box, I want to get Rhino. I thought I ordered him, but I don't know. So we'll see if I actually get that. I'm able to show you that figure. But yeah, so you can hopefully check that out there for yourself. Cool. Alright, so that gives you a little bit of what was going on. And that's actually one of the issues there. Side of the package. Very nice art again, and that's that same first page that I show you of him jumping, so that's very cool. Alright, and then the other side is just, you know, obviously a plain package there. Bottom, there's nothing on top, and then the front of the package, as you can see there. Very cool figure. Can't wait to open him, crack him open, and just, you know, show you what he can do. I'm sure it's going to be very atypical of the rest of all the Marvel Selects. What is it? 10-12 points of articulation at most. So yeah, so let's crack them open, and let's get this going. Alright, and we're back. So there he is out of the package. Very nice. I was actually messing around with it a little bit before going to the scene, just so, you know, I can kind of loosen them up a little bit, because if you've ever purchased a Marvel Select, they're always very tight, and that's a good thing. The only bad thing is I have heard of people sometimes snapping limbs off because sometimes they're too tight. So maybe the paint is still kind of attached to the actual joint where it's turning. So sometimes there can be some issues. Again, very beautiful figure, and I'm going to bring them up very close so you can kind of see some of the detail. Again, super heavily based on Mark Silvestri's art. It is spot on. Obviously, computers do a lot of the work nowadays. Look at his arms. They are just ridiculous. This is really nice. Sorry for the... let me see if I can... There we go. Give it a little bit of a light. His back there. His legs. Pretty decent wash. It's kind of like a darker, kind of like an emerald or a jade green. So hopefully that can come across with the extra light that I'm putting into this right now. And I'll turn off the light in a minute, and I'll see if the room itself can focus, show you a little bit of that. Let's see without the light. So I don't know if that, sometimes I'm looking at the viewfinder, obviously, as I record, and when I see it on TV, it does look a little bit better. So this is back again, getting out of the way. So just very, very good looking figure. It is a different, a buck, so they did not use the green or red Hulk. He's a little bit smaller, but that's because Mark Silvestri, he draws his characters a little bit leaner. He doesn't use that much mass. Now, again, we're talking about the Hulk, so I mean, you can't get any bigger than the Hulk, really, and in terms of Marvel Comics anyway, so he's just massive. But even then, when Mark does his heroes or villains, whatever, they're always thinner. Just like, when he does his Wolverine, which that's probably one of my favorite Wolverines, is Mark Silvestri's Wolverine. But when he does Wolverine, Punisher, whoever it is, they're just a little bit leaner. So let's get to the articulation here. So again, his head, just like any other Marvel Select, you can do 360. A little exorcist there. You can look up and down, as you can see there. He comes with this necklace kind of bone thing, some subterranean animal that he must have killed or whatever not. You can take it off, I guess, if you want. You can just probably force it a little bit, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to stretch it, and plus I don't want to ruin his hair. As you can see there, kind of bust the light again. As you can see, his hair is, they did a really good job. You can kind of, has good texture, and he has, those split ends or whatever. It's kind of funny, for a guy that's underneath the earth, he has a really nice beard line. It's not messy. So, but yeah, so other than that, obviously 360, up and down. Obviously his muscles and his shoulders are so big that, this is as far as he can go. His elbow, his arm does 360 also. Would have been cool if he would have brought weapons, but that's the thing with Marvel Selects. They're still, for the past, I don't know, man, 6, 7, 8 years, they're still $24.99. They haven't gone up in price. Maybe, actually, they might have been $19.99 back in the day. But, I mean, you get a huge toy, super heavy, heavier than pretty much any Marvel Legends out there, other than maybe Juggernaut and the Hulkbuster and stuff like that. You get a huge figure for $25. And their prices just haven't gone up in a long, long time. So, here's the other arm. Elbow, obviously, you can have it do 360. Hand there again. Feet wise, you got in and out. Well, this way there, as you can see. No double jointed knee. It stops right there. So it's just single jointed. And then the foot up and down, and there's no pivot. So it's just a straight up and down. If you're wondering, just in case, because I know people might ask, or maybe not, but he is wearing shorts underneath, so no funny business there. He's wearing some khakis or something. But yeah, so that's a really, really cool figure. Look at the detail on his toes alone. They did a really good job. The only thing they probably missed on was some of the other Hulks tend to have black nails. So that's something that they could have probably done. But I mean, there's a little bit of a wash there. So you can definitely see the texture. Underneath his feet too. Has some peg holders. That's actually probably the injection molding. But, he has some grooves there and whatever not. There's a separation of his toes. So, really, really good job. So, yeah, that's basically that. Oh, and the last thing I probably forgot. Yes, he does have waist articulation, as you can see. And I think that's all the articulation that this guy will do. So now for comparison time, I'm actually, just in case, because there's always one, sometimes people forget that there's a brand new collector every day that we're on this earth. So if you're just started out, you might be, 12, 13, 14 years old. Maybe you only collect Hot Wheels. Well, that kind of gives you an idea how big this Hulk is, okay? So that's the Ken Block there on Ford Fiesta. Now, maybe you only collect Marvel Universe. And if you do, this is, again, another comparison. This is the Hulk that just recently came out a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, if that, at most. So there you go. So just in case if you have picked up this Hulk and you've never picked up a Marvel Select. All right. Again, if maybe you're just a Marvel Legends fan, I don't have any current Marvel Legends, and if I do, they're probably in box. So my man here, Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. This is from Series 1. So this is a 6-inch figure. So again, you can still see the mass, the height of the Hulk here, the Barbarian Hulk. All right. And if you do have Marvel Selects, then in terms of comparison, here he is next to his himself, really, honestly. So there he is. Again, as you can see, he is a lot bigger. And something that I actually did with my Transformers bulkhead, I'm going to put him here in the front, put him here in the back. It's not that much bigger. Side to side comparison, or actually let's do back to back so we can see the height. So again, you can definitely see that this Hulk is just a little bit thicker. His back is just redonkulous. So there you go. And his legs are just retardedly big. Look at these calves. Let me kind of move down there. Look at that. That is just crazy. So this is definitely Savage Hulk, the original here to my right, or yeah, my right, your left, my right. So, but yeah, again, still nice detail. He's obviously different color, just the way Mark Silvestri drew him and whatever not. So get rid of that. And then the last comparison would be him facing one of his longtime nemesis, and that would be the Abomination there, as you can see. And the Abomination is just, again, just a ridiculous sized toy for $24.99. You know, he was picked up, I think, what, 2 years ago now? So he's just massive. But they look good next to each other, really do. So okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed this review. I am psyched that my wife picked this up for me. I have no idea actually where she picked it up. I know she was at the mall today. I know that mall has no comic book store, so I can only think of maybe like some type of record store, some of those places where they sell toys and whatever not. So I guess that's where she picked it up. I forgot to ask her. But again, guys, thank you so much for always watching my videos. All the kind comments that you guys always leave. Thumbs up my video if you do like it. I hope you do. Please rate, subscribe, share. Again, please comment. I would love to hear some comments out there. You guys take care. Peace. Later.